We are live and in living color. And we'll start the meeting right now.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Whatever time zone you happen to be in, welcome to Leaders Worldwide Online Toastmasters Club. Our club mission, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Leaders Worldwide is designed for politicians, business leaders, nonprofit leaders, entrepreneurs, as well as anyone who wants to make their message heartfelt and authentic. Core values, integrity, respect, service, and excellence. We are Leaders Worldwide Toastmasters, where leaders are made.
And I'd like to introduce our past president, Tala. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sergeant at Arms. Welcome to another exciting meeting of Leaders Worldwide. Today, I am having trouble telling whether it's a meeting of one of my home clubs or is it Leaders Worldwide, because I see so many familiar faces out here. So it's wonderful and it's amazing. And as our general evaluator and our TMOD and other guests from Pakistan will realize that there's hardly any forum that is as international and as inclusive as Leaders Worldwide. And we should all be proud of that and of being Toastmasters. Without further ado, we'll kick things into gear because we have a very tight schedule at 1 hour and we're already a little bit behind. So I'll just take some quick introduction from guests. Our first guest is John Wesley. Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Yes, good evening, everyone. Yes, I'm Josh Wesley. I'm a Congolese by nationality, but currently I am a refugee living here in Akivale. And I was on Facebook and just scrolling, I found this Zoom link on. It was posted by Nadine James. So I just said, let me take a look. I just looked at it. I said, right, so this one is good because I see this Toastmaster is a course. It's a beautiful course. If I get to enter it, maybe I will get something new and something that will help me change my life and even my community. So I said, just let me sign up. So I wait for the link. I wait for the time. So I join.
Thank you so much. It's so lovely to have you. And you will find that at Toastmasters, not only you will take away something valuable, but you'll take away lots of love and care and sincerity. Next, we have Sherry Cook. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. Once again, it's good to be with you. This is my second time being here at the Toastmasters, and I was invited by your very own Cynthia Stott and Dee Marie. So thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us the second time. It's lovely to have you. Next, we have Nona Florence, and do let me know if I've butchered your pronunciation. Would you like to introduce yourself, please? Guest Nona Florence.
Hello. I'm sorry. Yes, my name is Nona. I was invited by Cynthia. I'm from the East Coast of the US of A, Washington, D.C., what we call the DMV. And I'm a Toastmaster in District 36.
All right, great to have you. Great to have you. Welcome. And our last guest of the day is someone very familiar, Hannah Schmidt. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, certainly. Good evening for you and good morning for the rest. I've been in contact with Cynthia also, and I am a member in District 86 and in 74. So I've been a Toastmaster for quite a while, and I like Zoom hopping, as I call myself. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And thank you once again for joining us. Now it's time for me to introduce someone who is very special. And it has taken me to be the past president of a club across the 7 seas to be able to admit it, that this person is one of my favorite people. He is so stunningly eloquent, and yet he is so humble. He weaves a magic of words through, and his diction and his thoughts are absolute inspiration. He hails from a very small rural area of Pakistan, and yet you will see that he is truly a citizen of the world. It is my honor and privilege to introduce our guest Toastmaster of the day, Mohammad Asghar. Over to you, Toastmaster Mohammad Asghar.
Thank you, DTM Talab and Ahmed. In Toastmaster, I'm paranoid in reverse. I think people are plotting to make me happy. But it's good in a way. It is good. And thank you very much for the generous remarks. Come to the business immediately, because as you said, we have only 1 hour. So let me begin by introducing the meeting theme. The theme of the meeting is the importance of organizational design and structure. So we discuss around today's theme, and I am now going to invite someone who happened to be the grammarian word of the day and also had the responsibility from our counter, and that is Sally Rias. I'm sorry for mispronunciation of the words because it took me at least 9.5 years to pronounce my name.
Thank you so much, Sally Reyes. Yes,
Sally.
from the other end of the world. Thank you. I'm the person in charge of listening very carefully to your speeches and see if we have unnecessary words. When you stop and get to a blank place, you say and, but, to fill up your speech. But we try very hard to get over and get through all those nervous habits. I love your words. I write the important ones down. I think they have passion and reveal how intensely you feel about your particular subject. So I listen for those special words. Our special word of the day, which I think captures our plan, is agenda. An agenda is an arranged plan to arrive completed goals and rewards. So in order to get there, we have to have a plan or an agenda. Thank you. I will love counting your use of that word. Thank you. Back to you, Mohammed.
Thank you, Sally. Thank you for the introduction of the word of the day. Now it is time for the prepared speaker, but those who are new, let me just give you some basic information that speaker is supposed to speak for 7 minutes. We show different colors, green at 5 minutes, yellow at 6 minutes, and red at 7 minutes. That is the last limit. After that, he or she won't be qualified for competition being the first. If you are interested to be in the first one or the second one, so be within 7 minutes. And someone among us will display the timing color. I don't know whose responsibility it is today, but someone will do it, I'm sure, because Toastmasters
Ahmed,
know.
it's Tala. It's President Tala who's doing the cards today.
Okay, thank you. And so let me go to the first speaker today. Our first speaker is Cassandra Gerabedin, and he will be talking from the Presentation Mastery Level 1 Evaluation and Feedback. The speech title is Sneak Peek into the Executive Committee. Cassandra is a fashion stylist, image consultant, former runway model in Milan, Italy. Oh my God, I didn't know this, and I am going to note this. Candidate for teacher certificate with Unity Ministries, full-time international best-selling author, international speaker, and vice president of spearheading the leader worldwide education department. So please welcome Cassandra.
Thank you. Have you ever wondered how an organization's structure impacted you as a member? This morning, we will dive into just that. Toastmasters organization structure is the inverted triangle. So it's shaped as such, where the member is at the top. The club comes next. And then we have the area. Then we have the division. We have the region. And next we have Toastmasters International. So the information gets disseminated by the facilitators. As officers, we are the disseminators. We're the facilitators that gets the information to its members. Now, what does that mean? We're not like corporate entities where the entities, as far as officers, the president, VPs, where they pass down the information where it goes down as a corporate. No, we facilitate the information. So they're not obligated to listen to us. We just pass down the information to our members. So with that, I want you to think about it. What does that mean? That means we have no real authority to make a member do anything. Members are here at Toastmaster by choice. They have a passion for a goal that they want to reach. And we're simply here to support and align with them, because here at Toastmasters, we have a gamut of resources here available to our members. And it's up to the officers here to provide and show them and to lead them, quote, through the pathway of reaching their goals. Now, how is that done? It's done through our organizational chart to reach their goals and to utilize those within our organizational chart to get them through their paths, through TI, how the information and the resources to get them to where they want to go. Now, it's important to note that how that information is released and the resources that we have, it could be interrupted if we don't utilize the way in which that information is flowed. A good organizational chart and service and the people that we have in charge, that we have elected in those key spots, the president, the VP of education, the VP of membership, the VP of PR, the VP of pathways, all of those people in treasury, the VP of treasury, all those key people know what their responsibilities are, that they don't overlap, that they know exactly what their roles are, so that we can have a clear flow of information and that everyone knows what they're doing. So let's take a look at this. It's clear that we have to have checks and balances. Why? So that we're efficient. We don't want to have to reinvent the wheel. We don't want redundancy. We want to make sure that everything is working smoothly, so that when a member comes to one of those departments and they ask a question, we want to be able to answer it in a resourceful way so that we don't have this runabout. What is runabout? Well, runabout is when you have a question that you need answering, and you go from this department to this department to that department. And people keep telling you, we'll go here, we'll go here. And you don't get your question answered because no one knows where to get the question answered. And you waste all of this time because no one knows. And you don't have a clear, concise way of getting the question answered or not knowing where to go. So that's runabout. So when people know where to go or what they're responsible for, then you can get a clear-cut way of getting your questions answered, and people know what they're responsible for. The other thing is roles and responsibilities. Here again, when you know what you're supposed to do, and people know what they're responsible for, it's a clear-cut deal, especially when you have people on the outside looking in, or when you have people that are ready for a promotion, they can say, or when you're mentoring, you can say, this is what I do. If you're interested in a promotion, or if you're mentoring, you can say, this is what I do. If you're interested in doing something like this, let me show you. This is what you could be doing as a member of Toastmasters. If you're looking for a job on the outside, this is where you can get your experience here at Toastmasters. Let me show you how, especially if you're a guest and you're looking to level up. This is how Toastmasters can show you how to do this. And when you get on the outside and you're looking to sprucing up your resume, this is how Toastmasters can show you how you can do this. And when you get ready to go on the outside looking for work and to show them what your work experience is like, this is how Toastmasters can lead the way. So here's how some of the benefits of Toastmasters and how Leaders Worldwide Toastmasters can show you the way. Here at Leaders Worldwide, we're good at doing that. We have the resources, we have people in place that can do this for you. So think about these things in terms of what Leaders Worldwide Toastmasters can do for you. And here are some of the resources that we have available. And here's some mentoring programs that we have that can do this for you. And so when you have a structure, organizational structures as such, and you have the people in place that can do this for you, here's some of the points that can be made. Another thing is traceability. You're able to trace back if there's a problem. You're able to trace by design who did what, when, where, and how with this particular design. Because it falls back to where it was done, easily traceable, where it was done, by whom, and when it was done. So it's easy to go back and to note who did what, when, and where. The other thing I wanted to talk about was it facilitates promotions and how to promote. You know, our resources, people are our greatest resource and asset. And here, there's a constant revolving of people with their speeches, with their roles that they play. And you can see the skill set because it's so wide. With your critical thinking, your problem solving, it takes the mathematics with your timing of the roles. You can just pluck all the different resources with the grammarian, with the different, with the speech, with your words that you play on. All of this, it takes all sorts of skill sets. Your writing, your grammarian, your English, all the different roles, even being bilingual, you can just pluck the different skill sets that you have. And you can take that out into the world. So just for instance, being bilingual.
Oh, I think we're at the red already.
Okay,
Yes,
I can't.
you're way over time.
Okay, so let me just wrap this up. So what I want you to think about is that all the different things that I've just said, think about what the organizational structure can do for you and how you can take that out into the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cassandra, for your speech. And now we move towards our next speaker. Our next speaker is Diana.
Okay,
Thanks
can
God
we
I
have
can
1 minute of
pronounce.
silence for the evaluator, please? And then
Okay.
do we have time for the Q&A session, or did we already use that time up?
No,
I'm afraid we have used up the time because originally it was 5 to 7 minutes of speech, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
5 to
So,
7 on the speech, and the Q&A was what?
Yeah,
10? The speech
I
wasn't
can.
17 minutes.
I actually, yeah, okay, 5 minutes. Yeah, we have used up that time too. Yeah, it was 5 minutes.
So the speech was how long?
Actually, you went, Cassandra went 6 minutes and 21 minutes, 6 minutes and 21 seconds over time.
6 minutes over time?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. Thank you.
Thank you. So should we wait for 1 compulsory minutes for the evaluator
I think
to?
we had 1 minute for the evaluator already.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
can move to the next person.
Yeah, we did. We
Sure.
can move on.
Then let's move towards the next speaker. Our next speaker is Diana, and I'm proud that I'm correctly pronouncing her name, because I heard somewhere that Diana used to be a Roman goddess of hunting, and I don't know, should I be afraid? Well, no, I'm not going to be afraid with her, because it is a icebreaker. So I would like to invite Diana for her icebreaker, but before she starts to speak, let me introduce her. Diana is a certified eye performance coach, and her passion is for helping individuals develop clarity and confidence to accomplish their impossible goal. I need such coach, by the way. Diana challenges her client to dream bigger, change old patterns. This is for you, DTM Tala. Develop influence, question their self-limiting belief, and live more intentionally. So please put your hand together for Diana Ornonis.
Thank you so much. So if I were to share with you what my mantras are, things like everything happens for a reason, and I can do all things through Christ, you would peg me as an optimist. You would probably say that I was a possibility thinker, right? But I wasn't always this way. If you look back at my life in 2015, I was a product manager. My career was in full bloom. I was transitioning into motherhood at the brink of my product launch. And I was leading cross-functional teams for the development, the launch, and the marketing of my product concept. I was leading the cloud strategy and vision long-term for my organization, and everything on the surface seemed perfect. You would say that I was excelling. I had a beautiful, healthy daughter. I had an exceptional husband, the love of my life. He was supportive and was heavily involved in all things at home. But back then, I was saying things like, I'm not a pessimist, I'm a realist. Things like, if anything can go wrong, it will. And so despite everything on the surface sounding perfect, I was struggling to find joy. And in 2018, when my husband's 2 best friends died tragically in a car accident, it really hit me that life really is that fleeting. they were on their way to work, and both of them had children the same age as my daughter. Within 2 months of her birthday, they were both born. And it just really struck me that that could have been anybody, right? It could have been me. And had it been me, I would have had so much regret, right? I had a great career, a wonderful husband, a wonderful daughter, and yet I wasn't spending time with them. I was not living life on my terms, right? And I said to myself, you know, I can't keep living this way. I had let the current of life just kind of sweep me away and just rolling with what was happening and just not making decisions for my life. And I had decided I was going to set out to live a life that I could be proud of. I wanted to inspire my daughter to really live her life fully as well. And I wanted to refocus on what matters. And so I set out on this journey of pursuing my passions, loving intensely, and living my life passionately and intentionally, right? Then in 2020, I decided I was going to get my first life coach. And I had my first session with my life coach on March 13th, I think was the first session. And it just so happened that that was also the first day that my husband started exhibiting symptoms of COVID-19. And so that session, my coach said to me, I want you to do an exercise. I want you to ask your 10 closest loved ones, friends, family members to give you the 3 words that they feel describe the best of who you are. And of course, I sent it to my husband and 8 or 9 other people. And my husband was actually the last to send me his 3 words because he was sick. And the day that he decided that he needed to get to the hospital because he was now having trouble breathing, he sent me my 3 words. And so he had used the words courage, love, and integrity. And it was something that I didn't at the time see in myself. And I decided that I was going to honor that and make him proud. In April 11th of 2020, 5 days before my daughter's 5th birthday, my husband passed of COVID. And I would say that it has been the most difficult event in my life, and yet the most transformative. And because I started this journey to live my life differently before this happened, I luckily had many of the tools to get through that period of transition. And because I had my husband's 3 words, I was able to do so courageously and with love and with integrity. And now, and since then, I've set out to live a life that can inspire my daughter to have a life of possibility. And so I want to be her example. And one of my dreams now is to give a TED Talk. And that's how I found this Toastmasters group, so that I can inspire others to live a life of possibility and to live courageously in the pursuit of their dreams. Because otherwise, you will pursue the things that you think are possible or what other people think that you should do instead of what you want to do. And so that's why I'm here. Thank you so much.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Thanks. I'm so sorry. I didn't expect to get emotional.
Okay.
What?
You are allowed to grieve. You are totally allowed to grieve. We even can share. And Cynthia can share it last time when we talked about the grief. Now, thank you once again for your speech. Inspiring. Now it's time for 1 minute silence. Thank you. I think I should call a timer to tell us about his report about the two speakers.
Yeah, but one minute is not yet over. So
Okay.
after that,
We do the report after table topics and the evaluations. Yeah. Thank you, Tala. Thank you, Mohammed.
Thank you.
1 minute is over.
Okay. So should we go for table topic masters, towards table topic masters? And the schedule is telling me that today's our table. Oh my God, our table topic master is none other than 4 times DTM Tala bin Ahmed. Tala bin Ahmed, over to you, honey.
Actually, it's Denise.
No, I think, but it is you. Your name is written in front of.
He's supposed to give the timing for the table topic.
Timing.
Yes.
And this
Okay, I'm
time-
sorry. I'm sorry, Denise. Yes, yes, yes. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. So, number one, I apologized what I said. I would like to take back my statement. And secondly, I would like to Denise to please take control of the podium for table topic session. Over to you, Denise.
Denise, you're muted.
You can hear me. So, wow, organization, structure, design, what fabulous, fabulous words. Listening to the speeches, Cassandra had mentioned that Toastmasters, mentors, and officers are here to support members by officially passing on knowledge and information to help folks like Diane and others attain their dreams, to give TED Talks, to live their life courageously. I love the things that were said, and share possibilities. So my question to a member first, how about Cynthia? Can I call on you, Cynthia? I'm not sure. I'm supposed to do that. This is my first time, so I apologize. Does someone want to volunteer? I think we're going to do that first. If someone wants to volunteer a member for my first question. Sally.
Oh, great.
Okay. So let me with all that being said, my question is really, how are you utilizing, if you can give some advice to some of us new members, how do you utilize the information that's passed on to you in the most successful way that you can to deliver your passion to the world? So it's how do you take that information and design your own structure to be successful in delivering your passion?
Thank you, Denise. This is quite a complex question, very important to me. I have to stand in my word and deliver. And sometimes it takes an agenda to plan how to get through the day when there's a great many issues that need solving and a very difficult time in our lives in the last 2 years to get anything done. So no matter how hard I try to get a calendar marked as, okay, there's a commitment, 75% the commitments disappear, and I'm wondering if I'm doing any good. But as a daily basis, it is my intention to move ahead, to be as honest as possible and as helpful as possible. Sometimes people don't understand what you're trying to do, but to stand in your word and find out how they're dealing with the challenges and desperations of this particular time in our lives that is causing so much pain in losing human beings before they've had a chance to mark and make a change. I feel blessed. I'm 81. I made it. I have a lot of responsibilities to sweep up now, which takes a lot of time. But thank you, Denise. It makes it important to bring it to the forefront right now. And I appreciate your question.
Thank you.
And could we have just one more guest? Just one more guest to volunteer, Denise?
I'm sorry. Is there a guest that would like to volunteer for question number 2?
Oh, Sherry Cook
volunteer.
has her hand up.
Okay.
Great.
Sherry, okay. So my second question is, how do you think that once this information is passed down to you, this fabulous information, knowledge that is coming from those in a place of experience and knowledge and passing this information on to you, how do you think that you can teach somebody to create, engineer, design a simple form of an organizational structure for themselves so they can take this information down and be successful in delivering their message to change the world? So in summary, how do you think you can teach somebody and pass that information on that was passed on to you from the mentors and the officers and those with more experience?
Okay. Well, first, let me say thank you, fellow Toastmasters, and thank you for the question, Denise. How can I teach someone to change the world and from the lessons that I've learned? I would first be true and authentic and be honest in my journey. As life has taught me many things, I always say with the best of both worlds. So I've had an opportunity to, live a life with a single mom who did not have a degree, But at the same time, I saw her going to school at nights to work towards her goal. So I think I will definitely share with people some of my life experiences, some of the things that I've lived through and learned a lot of lessons from. I definitely share with them all of the wisdom that was given to me. Even when I didn't hear it, I would still share it with them because eventually I heard it. I believe that if more people would share their story and be true and honest in telling their story, be relatable, and not act like they've never experienced anything at all, I think that we'd be able to get through to our youth just a little bit more. So I would definitely take that opportunity. I would definitely keep speaking. As you can see, I love to talk. All of us here in Toastmasters, we love to talk. We learned how to perfect what we experience through coming to Toastmasters. So that's what I would do. Thank you for the question again. And thank you.
Thank you. Back to you.
Mr. Toastmaster.
Is this the end of the table topic session?
Yes. Yes.
So thank you very much. Then I would like to thank the table topic masters for this great session. This is the second session. Now we are about to enter into our third and last session, which is called evaluation. Evaluation, I would like to call someone for journal evaluator who anchor this session, and our journal evaluator today is TM Maria Harim. TM Maria Harim, podium is yours.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Asghar. Now I would like to request, just hold on. Okay, I would like to request the timer to let me know that everyone has qualified. So Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid, has everyone qualified in the two sessions?
Fortunately, I will not tell you that everyone is qualified because two of the speakers exceeded their time. Cassandra exceeded by 6 minutes and 21 seconds, and our icebreaker exceeded by just 13 seconds. So a good job overall, because I absolutely love the way you ended the speech. Despite that, absolutely loved it. All our both our table topic speakers are qualified though.
Okay, so we will be evaluating everyone, but voting would happen for the table topics only.
No, we
right?
don't have voting. There's no voting here. Let's just move on with the evaluations. On with the evaluations.
Okay, that's awesome. So I would like to request the first evaluator. The first evaluator of the session was, just hold on. The speaker was Cassandra, and her evaluator was, okay, it was DeMarie. So over to Toastmaster DeMarie.
Thank you, General Evaluator. And Cassandra, oh my goodness. I could tell that you had gotten carried away with the information that you were disseminating, and I can understand that completely. But I want to tell you what you did extremely well. And when I look at the agenda that's in front of us, it was just one of those things where you gave it all that you had. Your opening was great. You had a question, and that always gets the audience or the members engaged, as well as the guest. You had very good hand gestures. You did that inverted triangle, and I thought that was just great to show us exactly how Toastmasters matriculates information. And you said that the information is facilitated, and as officers, we are the facilitators. It's our responsibility to be of service to the members, and that's a very good way of phrasing that. You did have us to understand that the members are here by choice, and it's our hope that they will be fueled by passion once they set their goals. You spoke to that. They will receive support and alignment with what their desires are. They have resources that are available to them as members. But you said that there is a natural flow that has to take place so that there's not a runabout where people are going here and there and not getting the information that they need. And that was very clear. You use hand gestures to demonstrate that. Clear and concise way to get their questions answered. That exists within Leaders Worldwide as part of Toastmasters' overall scheme of things. You said that the facilitator also helps to promote a positive attitude within Leaders Worldwide. The resources will do whatever you need done for you. We're there to assist you in almost a mentorship kind of atmosphere. The things that I want to say can be improved was your eye contact. I love the fact that you were standing, but your eye contact, because it seemed to me that you were having difficulties with focusing. I'm not sure. And reading the script. It appeared that you were reading the script. Those two things, if you could correct those. And the timer has already told us that you did get carried away and excited about your own speech. But I loved it, and you had so much information. Thank you so much, Cassandra.
Thank you very much. Now I would like to request the second evaluator, Cassandra, Toastmaster Cassandra, to evaluate, please. Evaluate the icebreaker. Do we have Toastmaster Cassandra around?
Cassandra,
Yes, we do.
She's not there.
Okay, I can step up and evaluate.
No, I am here. I'm just having difficulty. Hold on 1 second. Are you here? Okay, now here we are.
We can hear you now. Great.
Okay, great. Diana, awesome, awesome, awesome first icebreaker. You gave us background information. You ran us through the whole story of just your life at that point, that stage of your life, and you did it in a succinct way. You carried us through the whole story of your life at that point, of your child, your work life, where you were at that point, your friends that passed away, you and your husband's friends that passed away in that tragic car accident. You led us through what your life was about. At that point, you were happy, you know, we were right there. You took us right there with you. We were right there with you, engaged. And then what happened to your husband with COVID? Everyone knew what was happening at that point with COVID. And at some point, everyone, I believe, you know, either knew someone or had a family member was touched by COVID or even had COVID at that point. And so we could empathize with you what was happening during that time. It was on television. I mean, we saw what was happening. We felt what was happening. So we could feel with you what was going on. And then your husband was struck with it and he passed away. So we could feel what you were feeling. So when you had that moment of emotion, don't ever apologize for what you were feeling at that time. And actually, we would we would feel a certain way if you didn't have that emotion. So yes, we were there with you. And for you to have the strength and the courage to tell your story, this is what Toastmasters is all about. You can help someone with your story. So we appreciate you, we honor you, we thank you. Nice icebreaker, Ayana. Thank you so much. I would say continue on with your stories. Always here at Toastmasters, go into your stories, experiences. Let us, into your, be vulnerable. Let us into as much as you can into your stories and connect. This is what it's all about, being able to connect. Like me, the camera, that's the lens in which we connect with you. So eye contact, both of us, let's work on that eye contact. That would be your stretch goal. Okay, thank you so much. And again, congratulations to you. All right. That's it. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much. Now I would like to request the grammarian and the one who was looking after word of the day and the counter 2 was also the counter 2, PM Sally, to please submit your report.
Sally, go ahead. You're unmuted. Sally, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Thank you for the great speeches and wonderful words. And I did not hear the word agenda used too many times, perhaps once or twice. And we were all talking about agenda. So I thought the topic in the direction would be easy to formulate, that what you were making up was an agenda. So, which would lead to questions, answers, and solutions. Cassandra, oh dear, I can't use some great words. Alignment, entitle, and S-A-C-I-L-I, salacious. I think it was salacious, which was wonderful. I don't know if I spelled it right, but it's salacious. So I think that's true and authentic deliveries were really nice. So thank you very much. It's a pleasure to listen so carefully. Sometimes I skip something. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Now I would like to request the timer to let us know the exact timings and of the table topics, prepared speeches, evaluations. So over to DTM, Talha bin Hamid.
I'm already
Facilitator, that was supposed to be.
just for evaluation. I would like to report that our first evaluator was within time, and she was, of course, D. Marie Shai King. Our second evaluator was just a few seconds out of time, like 4 or 5 seconds. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much. Now I would be submitting the overall meeting evaluation. We started close to the time, and the TMOD, Toastmaster Asghar, made sure that, the time issue was considered, and he saved time by, just staying to the point. And the word agenda in itself, as the word of the day, I had the feeling that in our own agenda, it was written design, and here we said it's agenda. So that was something that, that was a bit tricky, and that's the reason that people didn't use the word of the day. And what would have been better that, even if we were using the word of the day, if we use the word in sentence, even though it was an easy word, the guests and everyone would have been more comfortable using it, and also because of the fact that Leaders WorldWide is a global platform, so there would be guests whose first language is not English. So at times, even simple words for somebody might be difficult for the others. So yeah. And what I noticed was timer, identifying the timer was a bit issue for a few of the speakers. So it's a good thing that, the hand was raised by the timer, but what can be done more is like putting in the spotlight. The timer along with the speaker should be put in the spotlight. So in this way, the speaker would not miss out the timer and, the cards being displayed. And there was a mistake on both, in my opinion, it was TMOD, and I did the mistake that we didn't, basically ask the timer to tell us how much, at what time we would be, showing the cards. So yeah, that was an issue at our end, TMOD and as a general evaluator. And overall meeting was awesome. And the theme was organizational design and structure. And that is a very, creative, you can say, theme. But yeah, maybe in table topics, if we would have used it in a better way, or we would have had more time, it would have worked very awesome, for sure. So this is my evaluation. This is just a suggestion. I really hope that it is helpful. And if you don't agree with it, you shouldn't be considering it. But yeah, now I would like to request the president, DTM Talha bin Hamid, to be in the spotlight. Thank you.
So, yes, end of another Leaders Worldwide meeting. And what I always feel when we reach the end is that, wow, that time flew like anything. We didn't feel it passing. Ever since the meeting have become 1 hour long, they fly by even more quickly. And the funny thing that I noticed is that we managed to cover most of what we did in 2 hours. Now we do it in 1 hour. So what we are missing basically versus when I joined Leaders Worldwide is basically a keynote and Q&A session. The rest of the stuff all is there. And all the members and the EC leaders are deserving of thorough congratulations for adapting to this new and challenging format. So without further ado, I would like our guests to share their thoughts about the meeting. And our first guest would be Nona Florence. Would you like to share your feedback about the meeting?
Okay, so yes, I got a chance to join. I'm at work, so I was kind of in and out. But I really appreciated it. It was nice to see a global Toastmasters meeting participation, because oftentimes Toastmasters Club is so homogeneous. And so it was nice to literally see like a worldwide meeting. And sometimes people use the phrase worldwide, and it's not really worldwide. Like, in American baseball, we call it the World Series, and it's like all American. So this is legitimately worldwide, so that was nice. And I'm a Toastmaster, so nothing about the agenda or the flow of the meeting was surprising. Yeah, and it was good, and I definitely want to come back and maybe participate a little bit more. But
All right.
because I couldn't chime in on the tabletop, because I was trying to, but I couldn't get my mic unmuted quick enough. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Great to have you. It was a privilege to have you. Toastmaster Nona. Next, we have guest Sherry Cook. Would you like to share your thoughts?
Hello. I think I'm on.
Hello.
Yes. Like last week, I definitely enjoyed all of the shares, and I love the vulnerability. And so thank you for sharing that with us, that you opened up and shared that with us, Diana. And I love the support here. So I will definitely be returning. I love the times, the different options that we have in times. Also, you all see I'm at work, but I'm definitely listening. And so thank you for letting me participate. And this has been nice. So I guess I'll see you all at the next meeting. And I don't know when that is, but somebody will let me know. Thank you.
I just want to say that coming from Clubhouse and now actually seeing people's faces, that was fun. Like I finally see Cynthia's face.
All right.
I found Marie's face, so I didn't know it was her until I heard her voice. So it was nice to put faces with voices
Yeah.
as well.
Certainly. Certainly. So next we have Toastmaster Shakil Khwaja. Please share your feedback about the meeting.
Thank you so much, DTM Talha. I would like to thank you, first of all, that because of you, I am attending the second meeting of Leaders Worldwide. I am audible, hopefully.
Yes, you are.
So thanks to you, and thanks to TM Cynthia as well, that she had offered me a role of TMOD in the meeting dated 9th October. Looking forward to it, and hopefully I can sprinkle some surprises to all of you, inshallah. And regarding my experience, it was my dream to attend any international TM meeting when I was becoming a member. That when I knew that I can in person attend any international TM meeting if I am flying abroad or online. So it was really a dream come true moment for me. And to my utter surprise, I was really surprised and so passionately TM Cynthia just offered the roles to my colleagues in this meeting, TM Asghar and TM Maria, but also encourage me to participate. Hopefully you will enjoy the meeting dated 9th October, inshallah.
So much forward to that. Next we have, all right, who do we have next? We have another guest, mysteriously under the name of Maria Harim, but he's actually DTM Ahmed Abdullah. So please share your thoughts about the meeting. You're muted.
Yeah, I was saying that that screen that my name is by the name of Maria. Anyways, I loved the meeting. The meeting was, precise to the point, and I loved that each, minute and a second was counted. This thing is missing in most of the Toastmaster meetings. I love the prepared speeches, especially the icebreaker by Diana. That was heart touching, because whenever we share our true stories, that really touches the hearts of others, and I loved it. And yeah, that was an amazing meeting, and I would love to come again in the future meetings. And thank you so much. And I also stammer, so if someone don't understand some words I said, so you can ask me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, DTM Ahmed. Lovely to have you. And with that, I believe it would be wise, since we are 13 minutes over time, to adjourn the meeting and continue with the after party. Is that okay with everyone? All right. So
That said, I'm going to turn off the Zoom, and I mean
yeah.
not the Zoom, the
Yeah.